For those who make no trial have an inglorious obscurity, and even when men strive indeed, fortune doth not show herself until they reach the final goal.
One of the highest honors in ancient Greece was to claim victory in a Pan-Hellenic event, and nothing could amplify that honor more than to have this feat immortalized in the lyrics of one of the greatest poets of all time, Pindar. And Pindar sings not once, but twice of the historic achievements of Melissus of Thebes, who would triumph in both Pankration as well as chariot racing, which is the only other sport that rivaled Pankration in terms of popularity.
Oh, that we may win the favor of the Muses, that for Melissus also we may kindle that torch of song, as a well-worn prize from the Pankration, even for this scion of the race of Telesias.
The notoriety of Melissus was unprecedented, a hero worthy of Pindar's invocation of both the son of Zeus, Heracles, and, indirectly, of the much-contriving Homeric hero Odysseus.
For in toil of conflict he resembleth the spirit of loudly roaring lions in boldness, while in craft he is like the fox, which lieth on her back, and so stayeth the swoop of the eagle. But right it is to leave naught undone in throwing one's adversary into the shade, for fate had not allotted him the stature of an Orion, but he was mean to look upon, though heavy to grapple with in his strength.
As Pindar describes, Melissus was of a short stature, competing in a sport with no weight classes. Thus he had to use not only the boldness of a lion, but also the deceptive wit of a fox, who forestalls the swoop of an eagle. But how could this mortal man replicate the feats of these mythological figures, who were able to claim victories in combat sports against much larger adversaries?
Yet once on a time, from Thebes, the city of Cadmus, there went a hero, short in stature, but in soul unflinching, even unto the home of Antaeus, in corn-bearing Libya, to stay him from roofing Poseidon's temple with the skulls of strangers, even Alcmene's son, who to Olympus passed, after he had tracked out all the lands, and even the cliff-girt level of the foaming sea, and had tamed the wild straits for the seamen. And now he dwelleth beside the Aegis-bearer, lord of the happiness supreme, by the immortals honored as a friend.
Heracles would conquer the giant son of Poseidon, Antaeus, despite his lack of knowledge of groundwork, in which Antaeus was undefeated, and his inferior size. Odysseus was also able to defeat the enormous Ajax in wrestling by using his superior wit to take Ajax to the ground and drag the match to a stalemate.
And ere now hath the skill of weaker men overtaken and overturned a stronger than they. Verily ye know of the valorous form of the blood-dyed Aias, which at the dead of night he pierced by falling on his own sword, thus bringing blame on all the sons of the Greeks, as many as went to Troy.
No matter how cheated Ajax and perhaps even the Achaeans felt, it was the Trojans themselves that claimed Odysseus caused them damage the most after Achilles, which is why Odysseus inherited the fallen warrior's weapons. Much like Odysseus, Melissus' use of deception was viewed favorably rather than frowned upon, perhaps because he shared the underdog story that they both carried, achieving victory despite any inherent shortcomings.
For him, above the Electran gates, we Thebans, busily preparing the banquet and setting the circle of our newly built altars, kill many a victim in honor of those 8 slain warriors, the sons whom Megara, Creon's daughter, bare him, the sons for whom the flame ariseth in the gloaming, and blazeth for in the livelong night, lashing with fragrant reek the height of heaven. And on the second day is that struggle of strength, the crowning event of the annual games. And there it was that our hero, with head enwreathed with myrtle white, showed forth a double victory.
Melissus specialized in groundwork, and was able to take matches to the ground by intercepting, charging, and leaping strikes using a technique the ancient scholiast of Pindar calls hyptiasmos. And though groundwork was not a favored art for spectators in ancient Greece, apparent in how few vases of groundwork have survived, and how it is portrayed in mythology, with the two groundwork specialists, Antaeus and Kerkion, losing to a display of superior wrestling by Heracles and Theseus. It makes it so that Melissus's popularity is almost paradoxical in nature. But there are practical reasons groundwork was not favored by the viewers. It significantly slowed the pace of matches that did not have rounds, as Pankration's popularity flourished due to the high mobility of the combatants. Still, the ancient Hellenists showed an understanding and recognition of groundwork's inherent artistry and the skillfulness required for its execution.
After another won erstwhile among the boys by heeding the wise counsels of his helmsman and trainer, Orseas, I shall honour him in the triumph song, shedding on both my glad tribute of praise.
Indeed, Melissus achieved victory through his superior artistry and unsurpassed skill. If you enjoyed this story, I am trying to write an academic book on Pankration, but I can only make it happen with your help on Patreon. More info, including the new exclusive rewards you'll receive when you sign up, can be found in this video. Be sure to check it out. Special thanks to Sifis Mainas for his reading of the passage of Pindar's Ode to Melissus. If you understand Greek, check out his YouTube channel, which I've linked in the description. Until next time.